A character test. You would think that it would be part of being allowed to become a citizen of any country when you're looking at moving or migrating somewhere else. It's something that needs to be strengthened. It's something the federal government is trying to do, but it's been knocked back by the Senate a couple of times. They're trying another time to introduce greater character tests, and Alex Hawke is the Immigration Minister to talk about that very thing. Minister, nice to talk to you.
G'day, Paul.
So, put simply, what are you trying to do?
Well, what we're trying to do is bring in a test, a stronger test, that allows us to refuse a visa if someone's got a serious criminal offence. You think it'd be totally non-controversial. If they've got a serious offence with a 2-year sentence, that will allow us, if they apply to come to Australia, to refuse that visa. If they committed an offence here, we want greater discretion, a violent offence, a sexual offence, a serious offence. We want greater discretion to be able to cancel that visa as well. And what we're finding, as you know, Paul, is under our judicial system, you're seeing more and more violent criminals get sentences under the current 12-month sentencing test. So you'll have a criminal who'll commit a violent offence. It could be a sexual offence. It could be an offence against children. It could be serious violence. They'll do a plea deal and they'll get 8 months. And we're starting to see courts and judges in Australia take into account that the federal government might deport someone if they give them a 12-month sentence. So this is unacceptable to Australians. So we're asking the Parliament urgently to give us these powers to get these people out of Australia.
So it's not about the length of time, it's about the things they are convicted for.
Absolutely. We're asking under certain violent and serious offences, we'll now be able to ensure they fail the character test and we can deport them. And you can see here at the moment, there's a lot of things happening. We've got about, for the first time in Australian history, people think this might be obvious, deporting foreign criminals. Under the coalition government, we're about to hit 10,000 criminal deportations. That's the first time an Australian government has taken this so seriously. Under the coalition, since 2013, we have taken this as very serious. And we now know that we've still got a large cohort of people committing some of the most serious crimes that we're unable to deport or refuse their visas. We need these powers.
Well, and Labor has made some curious decisions they've knocked back on things like this. I remember that they tried to knock back mandatory sentencing for illegal gun importation. They want to knock back this as well. What is their position? I mean, I understand why the Greens would want to, but why does Labor say no to something as obvious as this?
Well, you're right, Paul. This has been around, this bill that these powers we're trying to get for a number of years now, and Labor's voted against them. Just like you know, with Anthony Albanese, he said on radio a few years ago, he said that should we be deporting foreign criminals? He said, well, yes, we should. He went into the House of Representatives and voted against this law to give us more powers to do this. And of course, he has a bet each way, as you know, on these sorts of things. We're asking Labor to back us on this. I mean, why would this be controversial? Some of the biggest issues we've had in recent times have been protection of women against serious violence, protection of children against family and domestic violence. And I can tell you, Paul, I've been through hundreds and thousands of these cases. They're serious. You go through every matter. There's sick things. We're talking about the most serious levels of offending. And if Australians saw the level of offending, everyone is united about this. We have to cancel these people's visas and get them out of Australia.
Absolutely. More strength to your arm. Thank you very much, Minister.
Thanks, Paul.
Alex Hawke is the Immigration Minister. Thank goodness for him and the government being where they are right now. I don't say that glibly. I say elections have consequences. How much can possibly be on the line? No need to throw the toys out of the cot. You can see what the key conclusions could be.